a place where we can come together. The Digital Readers Club is our online ecclesia meant for those who've forsaken churchianity but still want the closeness of a family to study with. Join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to put together the puzzle pieces of truth scattered throughout the ancient scriptures.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Readers Club tonight. I'm Sharon, and we are going through the book of Maccabees still. And if any of you would like to join us to read tonight, the link should be down below. Tammy, I believe you probably put it in there already. I can't see the chat room. But come on over and help us read, because tonight it's just Brick and I.
We're solo tonight, huh? It's okay,
No,
Sharon. We can handle this.
that's right, we can't. We don't have Clark to read with us or Zen. We do greatly enjoy their inputs, especially in the discussion part. We are missing you all. And Lisa and George and Penny, I pray you're feeling better. So Brick, how have you been? Are you still up in the cold?
I am. I'm still up into in the cold. Today is my birthday. I'm
Happy
having a. I'm having a. Thank you. Having a jolly old time.
And I believe there is also a sale going on at Sacred Word Publishing. So if you want to grab any of the Apocrypha or one of Zen's amazing research books that he puts out, the latest one is on the Holy Spirit. Just go on in, and Tammy, if you could put a link to their website for anyone who wants to purchase. So Zen, when do you head on? Not Zen, you're Rick. When do you head to Arizona?
I've got 2 more weeks, so it's a lot moving households, so it's tough. And nobody's coming with me this year, so it's like I'm solo man, which is cool.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of work done then.
Yeah, it's so crazy how much work you get done when nobody's pestering you, you know. But then I also got all the cool stuff I get to stop and see on the way out there that normally I don't get to see because everybody's, itching to get to where they're going. So it'll be pleasant.
Oh, good. Um, so normally we fellowship and there's a bunch of us and it takes time. But do you want to go ahead and start reading, or is there stuff you'd like to talk about? Get caught up on?
No, I'm like ready to go. I'm excited.
Okay, good. I'm going to start it off with a prayer tonight. Oh, Heavenly Father, we ask for ears to hear and eyes to see, and your Holy Spirit to give us wisdom to understand what we see and hear. Soften our hearts to your truth. And please bless Zen and Justin and their family for all they do for your kingdom and what they bring forth. And thank you for listeners who tune in, and may you bless them. Amen. All right. Do you
Okay,
want to
well,
start off?
Maccabees, sure thing. All right, first Maccabees 13. Now, when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judah and destroy it, and saw that the people was in great trembling and fear, he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together and gave them exhortation, saying Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren in my Father's house have done for the laws and sanctuary, the battles also the troubles which we have seen, by reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone. Now, therefore, be it far from me that I should spare mine own life at any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren. Doubtless, I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary, and our wives and our children, for all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit, their spirit received, and they answered with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader instead of Judas, and Jonathan, thy brother. Fight, fight thou our battles, and whatsoever thou commandest us that we will do. So then he gathered together all the men of war, and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem, and he fortified it round about. Also, he sent Jonathan, the son of, I said I wasn't going to screw this one up, Absalom, and with him a great power to Joppa, who casting out them that were therein remained therein it. So Tryphon removed from, forgive me, I've lost my spot. So Tryphon removed from Ptolemais with a great power to invade the land of Judah, and Jonathan was with him in ward. But Simon pitched his tents at Ada, over against the plain. Now, when Tryphon knew that Simon was risen up instead of his brother Jonathan, and met to join battle with him, he sent messengers unto him, saying, Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold, it is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure, concerning the business that was committed unto him. Wherefore now send 100 talents of silver, and 2 of his sons for hostages, that when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us, and we will let him go. Hereupon Simon, albeit he perceived that they spake deceitfully unto him, yet sent he the money and the children, lest peradventure he should procure to himself great art of the people, who might have said, Because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead. So he sent them the children and the 100 talents, howbeit Tryphon dismembered, neither would he let Jonathan go. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and destroy it, going round about the way that leadeth unto Ador. But Simon and his host marched against him in every place whosoever he went. Pass.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir, Clark.
Continuing, verse 21, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
they that were in the tower sent messengers unto Tryphon, to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness, and send them victuals. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a very great snow, by reason whereof he came not. So he departed and came to the country of Galaad. And when he came near to Bethsgamma, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there. Afterward, Tryphon returned and went into his own land. Then sent Simon, and took the bones of Jonathan his brother, and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers. And all Israel made great lamentation for him, and bewailed him many days. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father and his brethren, and raised it aloft to the site with hewn stone behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 children. And in these he made cunning devices, about which about the which he set great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea. This is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day. Now Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king Antiochus, and slew him, and he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land. Then Simon built up the strongholds of Judea, and fenced them about with high towers, and great walls, and gates, and bars, and laid up victuals therein. Moreover, Simon chose men, and sent to King Demetrius, to the end that he should give the land an immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil. Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner: King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest, and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe, which ye sent unto us, we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you, yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it, and the crown tax also which ye owe us. And if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall be no more be paid. And look who are meet among you to be in our court, let them be enrolled, and let there be peace betwixt us. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 170th year. Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts. In the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews. In those days Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war, and set it by the city, and battered a certain tower, and took it. And they that were in the engine leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city, insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes, and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace. And they said, Deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city, and cleansed the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving. Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger than it was before, and built therein a dwelling place for himself. They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so strait that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy nor sell. Wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollutions, and entered into it the 23 day of the second month in the 170 year, with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees, and with harps and cymbals, and with viols and hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. He ordained also that that day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was, and there he dwelt himself with his company. And when Simon saw that John, his son, was a valiant man, he made him captain of all the hosts, and he dwelt in Gezerah. Pass.
Maccabees 14. Now in the 100 threescore and 12th year, King Demetrius gathered his forces together and went into Media to get him help to fight against Tryphon. But when Arsaces, the king of Persia and Media, heard that Demetrius was entered within his borders, he sent one of his princes to take him alive, who went and smote the host of Demetrius and took him, and brought him to Arsaces, by whom he was put in ward. As for the land of Judea, that was quiet all the days of Simon, for he sought the good of his nation in such wise as that evermore his authority and honor pleased them well. And he was honorable in all his acts, so in this, that he took Joppa for a haven, and made an entrance to the isles of the sea, and enlarged the bounds of his nation, and recovered the country, and gathered together a great number of captives, and had the dominion of Gezerah and Bethsura in the tower, out of which he took all uncleanness, neither was there any that resisted him. Then did they till their ground in peace, and the earth gave her increase, and the trees of the field their fruit. The ancient man sat all in the street, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel. He provided victuals for the cities, and set in them all manner of munition, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy. For every man sat under his vine and his fig tree, and there was none to fray them. Neither was there any left in the land to fight against them. Yea, the kings themselves were overthrown in those days. Moreover, he strengthened all those of his people that were brought low. The law he searched out, and every contemner of the law and wicked person he took away. He beautified the sanctuary, and multiplied vessels of the temple. Now when it was heard at Rome, as far as Sparta, that Jonathan was dead, they were very sorry. But as soon as they heard that his brother Simon was made high priest in his stead, and ruled the country and the cities therein, they wrote unto him on tables of brass to renew the friendship and league which they had made with Judas and Jonathan his brethren, which writings were read before the congregation at Jerusalem. And this is the copy of the letters that the Lacedaemonians sent, the rulers of the Lacedaemonians, with the city, unto Simon the high priest, and the elders and priests, and residue of the people of the Jews. Our brethren send greeting. The ambassadors that were sent unto the people certified us your glory and honor, wherefore we were glad of their coming, and did register the things that they spake unto the council of the people, in this manner: Numenius, son of Antiochus, and Antipater, son of Jason, the Jews' ambassadors, came unto us to renew the friendship they had with us. And it pleased the people to entertain the men honorably, and to put the copy of their ambassage in public records, to the end the people of the Lacedaemonians might have a memorial thereof. Furthermore, we've written a copy thereof unto Simon the high priest. After this, Simon sent Numenius to Rome with a great shield of gold of 1,000 pound weight, to confirm the league with them. Whereof when the people heard, they said, What thanks shall we give to Simon and his sons? For he and his brethren and the house of his father has established Israel, and chased away in fight their enemies from them, and confirmed their liberty. Back.
So then they wrote it in tables of brass, which they set upon pillars in Mount Sion. And this is the copy of the writing. The 18th day of the month Elul, in the 125th year, being the third of Simon the high priest, Samael, in the great congregation of the priests and the people and rulers of the nation and elders of the country, were these things notified unto us. For so much as oftentimes there have been wars in the country wherein for the maintenance of their own sanctuary and the law, Simon, the son of Mattathias, of the prosperity of Jerub, together with his brethren, put themselves in jeopardy, and resisting the enemies of their nation, did their nation great honor. For after that Jonathan, living, gathered his nation together, and Ben the high priest was added to his people, their enemies prepared to invade their country, that they might destroy it and lay hands on the sanctuary. At which time Simon rose up and fought for his nation, and spent much of his own substance, and armed the valiant men of his nation, and gave them wages, and forfeit the cities of Judea, together with Bashur, that lieth upon the borders of Judea, where the armor of the enemies had been before. But he set a garrison of Jews there. Moreover, he fortified Joppa, which lieth upon the sea, and Gazara, that bordereth upon Azotus, where the enemies had dwelled before, but he placed Jews there, and furnished them with all things convenient for the reparations thereof. The people therefore sang the acts of Simon, and unto what glory he thought to bring to his nation, made him their governor and chief priest, because he had done all these things, and for the justice and faith which he kept to his nation. And for that he sought by all means to exalt his people. For in his time things prospered in his hands, so that the heathen were taken out of their country, and they also that were in the city of David in Jerusalem, who had made themselves a tower out of which they issued, and polted all about the sanctuary, and did much hurt in the holy place. But he placed Jews therein, and fortified it for the safety of the country and the city, and raised up the walls of Jerusalem. King Demetrius also confirmed him in the high priesthood according to those things, and made him one of his friends, and honored him with great honor. For he had heard say that the Romans had called the Jews their friends, and confederates and brethren, and that they had entered the ambassadors of Simon's honorability. Also, that the Jews and priests were well pleased that Simon should be their governor and high priest forever, until there should arise a faithful prophet. Moreover, that he should be their captain, and should take charge of the sanctuary, to set them over their works, and over the country, and over the armor, and over the fortresses, that I say he should take charge of the sanctuary. Besides this, that he should be obeyed of every man, and that all the writings in the country should be made in his name, and that he should be clothed in purple and wear gold. Also, that he should be lawful for none of the people or priests to break any of these things, or to gainsay his words, or to gather an assembly in the contrary without him, or to be clothed in purple, or wear a buckle of gold. And whosoever should do otherwise, or break any of these things, he should be punished. Thus it liked all the people to deal with Simon, and to do as hath been said. Then Simon accepted herefore, and was well pleased to be high priest, and captain, and governor of the Jews, and priests, and to defend them all. So they commanded that this writing should be put in tables of brass, and that they should be set up within the compass of the sanctuary in a conspicuous place. Also, that the copies thereof should be laid up in the treasury, to the end that Solomon and his son might have them. Pass.
Chapter 15. Moreover, Antiochus, son of Demetrius the king, sent letters from the isles of the sea unto Simon the priest and prince of the Jews, and to all the people. The contents whereof were these: King Antiochus, to Simon the high priest and prince of his nation, and to the people of the Jews, greeting. For as much as certain pestilent men have usurped the kingdom of our fathers, and my purpose is to challenge it again, that I may restore it to the old estate, and to that end have gathered a multitude of foreign soldiers together, and prepared ships of war. My meaning also being to go through the country, that I may be avenged of them that have destroyed it, and made many cities in the kingdom desolate. Now therefore I confirm unto thee all the oblations which the kings before me granted thee, and whatsoever gifts besides they granted. I give thee leave also to coin money for thy country with thine own stamp. And as concerning Jerusalem and the sanctuary, let them be free, and all the armor that thou hast made, and fortresses that thou hast built, and keepest in thy hands, let them remain unto thee. And if anything be or shall be owing to the king, let it be forgiven thee from this time forth forevermore. Furthermore, when we have obtained our kingdom, we will honor thee, and thy nation, and thy temple, with great honor, so that your honor shall be known throughout the world. In the 114th year went Antiochus into the land of his fathers, at which time all the forces came together unto him, so that few were left with Tryphon. Wherefore, being pursued by King Antiochus, he fled unto Dora, which lieth by the seaside. For he saw that troubles come upon him all at once, and that his forces had forsaken him. Then camped Antiochus against Dora, having with him 120,000 men of war, and 8,000 horsemen. And when he had compassed the city round about, and joined ships close to the town on the seaside, he vexed the city by land and by sea, neither suffered he any to go out or in. In the mean season came Numenius and his company from Rome, having letters to the kings and countries, wherein were written these things: Lucius, council of the Romans, unto King Ptolemy, greeting. The Jews' ambassadors, our friends and confederates, came unto us to renew the old friendship and league, being sent from Simon the high priest, and from the people of the Jews. And they brought a shield of gold and 1,000 pound. We thought it good, therefore, to write unto the kings and countries, that they should do them no harm, nor fight against them, their cities or countries, nor yet aid their enemies against them. It seemed also good to us to receive the shield of them. If therefore there be any pestilent fellows that have fled from their country unto you, deliver them unto Simon the high priest, that he may punish them according to their own law. The same things wrote he likewise unto Demetrius the king, and Attalus, to Areothus, and to Arsaces, and to all the countries, and to the Samsaeans, and the Lacedaemonians, and to Delos, and Mindus, and to Sion, and to Caria, and Samos, and Pamphylia, and Lycia, and Halicarnassus, and Rhodus, and Aridus, and Cos, and Side, and Aridus, and Cortnia, and Cnidus, and Cyprus, and Cyrene. And the copy hereof they wrote to Simon the high priest. So Antiochus the king camped against Dora the second day, assaulting it continually, and making engines, by which means he shut up Tryphon, that he could neither go out nor in. At that time Simon sent him 2,000 chosen men to aid him, silver also, and gold, and much armor. Nevertheless, he would not receive them, but brake all the covenants which he had made with him afore, and became strange unto him. Furthermore, he sent unto him Athenobius, one of his friends, to commune with him, and say, Ye withhold Joppa and Gezerah, with the tower that is in Jerusalem, which are cities of my realm. The borders thereof ye have wasted, and done great hurt in the land, and got the dominion of many places within my kingdom. Now therefore deliver the cities which ye have taken, and the tributes of the places whereof ye have gotten dominion without the borders of Judea, or else give me for them 500 talents of silver, and for the harm that ye have done, and the tributes of the cities other 500 talents. If not, we will come and fight against you. So Athenobius, the king's friend, came to Jerusalem, and when he saw the glory of Simon, and the cupboard of gold and silver plate, and his great attendants, he was astonished, and told him the king's message. Then answered Simon, and said unto him, We have neither taken other men's land, nor holden that which appertaineth to others, but the inheritance of our fathers, which our enemies had wrongfully in possession a certain time. Wherefore we, having opportunity, hold the inheritance of our fathers. And whereas thou demandest Joppa and Gezerah, albeit they did great harm unto the people in our country, yet will we give thee 100 talents for them. Hereunto Athenobius answered him not a word, but returned in a rage to the king, and made report unto him of these speeches, and of the glory of Simon, and of all that he had seen, whereupon the king was exceedingly wroth. In the meantime fled Tryphon by ship unto Orotheus. Then the king made Senedibius captain of the seacoast, and gave him an host of footmen and horsemen, and commanded him to remove his host toward Judea. Also he commanded him to build up Cedron, and to fortify the gates, and to war against the people. But as for the king himself, he pursued Tryphon. So Sendibius came to Jamnia, and began to provoke the people, and to invade Judea, and to take the people prisoners, and slay them. And when he had built up Cedro, he sent horsemen there, and an host of footmen, to the end that issuing out they might make outroads upon the ways of Judea, as the king had commanded him. Pass.
And that brings us to the end of our reading today. And a quick announcement before I forget, the Hawaiian Hebrews, Lisa, and then we'll not be having a class tonight after this reading. Welcome,
And
Clark.
Shabbat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for
Any
joining us,
insight?
Clark.
Yeah, sorry, I slid in a little late. I was busy. But yeah, it's great. Good seeing you guys.
Yeah.
It's good reading.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you got stuck with all the names.
They're tongue twisters. They're tongue twisters, aren't they?
Yeah. Lacedaemonians, or I don't know. Yeah. You got yourself an award for that one.
What do you guys think about the text?
The taxes?
The text, sorry. The text we just read.
Oh, I love it.
It seems
Good.
repetitive because it's like the same things keep happening over and over again, no matter which brother.
Yeah, the
And I
evil.
do like that they keep the maintenance up on the walls. I like to see that my ancient brothers are busy.
Yeah, that's true, huh? The evil's always attacking the good, right?
Yeah. Always stoned to be laid.
Yeah, that's true. So, it mentions their shield of gold of 1,000-pound weight. I wonder what that shield was. Like, was it a shield of armor? That's a pretty big shield.
Yeah.
Although gold is
I
heavy,
know.
right?
Yeah.
But that was the first thing I wondered. Man,
And how could it be lifted? Were there giants carrying it?
well, I think there
Yeah,
was
because
probably a
the
few.
first
Go ahead.
the first thing that entered in my head when I heard 1,000 pounds, I'm like, God, 1,000 pounds, man. That's a cube of brick right there. So yeah, I don't even know how they carried that thing in there.
Was it something they got from a giant?
It didn't say, did it?
Yeah, didn't say.
And then the engines of war. That was also interesting. And once they breached the wall, they all exited the engines of war. I wonder what those things are.
Yeah, probably similar to like like the Great Trojan Horse thing, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, maybe not necessarily in deceit, but something to, I don't know, uh,
It's just
slinging,
fascinating. It's like the
breaking
more you
through.
learn,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it seems like it wouldn't be anything like we would think. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be so primitive. It might be a little bit more advanced than what they lead on to.
And that monument that he made for his brother, it says it still stands to this day.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder where.
Yeah. Don't know, but it is great reading. It's really, I love it. I love reading it. It's really quite insightful historically, and you know, uh, we can see a lot of the repetitive stuff that I think is applicable for us today still,
Yeah.
right? Um,
And just because you weren't on, Clark, Justin, they want to know any other books you'd like to read next.
oh, we have to vote.
Yes.
We don't
You
do
have to
that
cast
live
your
though, right?
stone.
Are the machines rigged? Um,
Yeah, I'm personally open to reading anything. I just love reading this stuff. I think it's great. Yeah, I don't know, maybe catapults. Maybe they were busting through the walls or going over them, or you know, whatever engines they were making. I'm sure
I
they
know
had.
it's interesting, isn't it?
Well,
Kind of.
yeah, I think it's probably not as primitive as we might imagine, and much more horrific and brutal too.
well, and I wonder too, because Zen always talks about there was different things that had these like supernatural properties,
Hmm.
you know. So I wonder if there was any of that.
Well, as we read on, we'll see some of that, right?
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. I think the text is going to talk a little bit about that, about apparitions of the Most High and um, forces of war
And look,
defending them.
Lisa George joined us. Welcome.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, I'm so sorry we're so late. It's been a crazy day. I didn't see any reminder up on YouTube, so I didn't think we had it today, but I'm glad to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
Yeah, sorry I missed the reading. I hear you guys talking and I was like, wow, I missed all that. I'll have to catch up here. How are you guys doing?
Good,
Doing
good.
well.
And
Awesome.
you have a full house, don't you?
Yes. It's fun though. It's fun. It's just we're doing a like another family dinner tonight. We invited a bunch of friends, so we've been getting ready for that quite a bit of the day. And of course, as you guys know, Ginger's here. She is healing very slowly, but she's in a lot of pain. But if you guys could please keep her in your prayers. I know most of you know what's going on with her.
Yeah. We'll be
Yeah, for
praying.
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's good news. At least she's able to eat. She's able to swallow food. That was something that wasn't happening about a week ago. So that's huge. We're really glad for that. But just doing all of the natural healing things that the Most High has given us, and continue to pray that the mass on her neck will get smaller. It's very uncomfortable for her. And because of the radiation, it's like we're treating a burn on a severe 3rd-degree burn on the outside, and then she's got the huge mass going on the inside. So
Oh,
yeah,
We
yeah,
thank you all wisdom and helping her on this journey.
yes. Thank you so much. We're doing everything we know and praying for more wisdom. So yeah, thank you guys.
that's one thing I pray for all of you is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. We pray for you guys too. Pray for you guys too.
It was funny, Lisa, because I saw this one video. It's called the dog flower. It's in like Brazil, and it actually has like a chemo type effect on the cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting. I'll send you the link. It's 15 seconds, but it kind of gives you the overview of what the plant does, and I was like, wow, well, that's something that needs to go to Lisa because she's kind of in charge of nutrition in the group.
Yeah, I'd love the link. Thank you so much, Brick.
So
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. We've been trying aloe for the burn part, but it seems to kind of make the skin a little tighter. So we've been doing straight coconut oil. We're gradually working up to doing like a Rick Simpson oil topically, although she's been taking that in very high doses every day since she's been here. So to treat the inside of all that, but it's a lot, and I'm just so grateful she's still with us. Still alive. She's a fighter, that's for sure, and she's very in tune with the Most High, which is I really appreciate. I was telling her that I've worked with other people who have had illnesses, and with them, it's like I'm kind of starting from scratch. That like just getting them to stop eating fast food is like a huge monument. But with her, she's already been doing a lot of this stuff. It's just all of her supplies and everything she needed for healing was burned in the fire. So yeah, so she's definitely motivated to, and she knows a lot of. I've learned a lot from her too, just being here as far as natural healing, and she knows better than anyone what her body needs. So, and through prayer, especially. So, thank you guys so much for your support. And if you have anything that you want to send me, you guys can send it to my email at biblicalhebrewhawaii@gmail.com, or here on Discord. Just send it to me in Discord messages. I know there's people listening on YouTube, so also
Yeah.
Zen, Justin, and Joy have set up a fundraiser for Ginger because her bank accounts were wiped, her PayPal was wiped, a lot of things happen, and if you'd like to donate for her, you can go to endeavorfreedom.net, and you can earmark whatever donation you'd like to make just put for Ginger so that Justin knows it's not going to one of the orphanages. It's earmarked for her, and that would be great. She's doing really well as far as being able to process everything she's been through in the last month or so. So we're just
yeah,
here.
that comes with its own PTSD, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've gone through something kind of similar, but not to that magnitude where everything just happened at once. It seemed like, So,
Sharon had an interesting question a few moments ago before you got on, and I was going to say if Lisa was here, she could probably answer that. Now, what was your question about? Not the shield, but there was something else we were trying to pinpoint where something was at and what shoreline it was in.
The monument that they put up for, was it Jonathan? Was it for Jonathan Clark?
Mine is muted.
oh, the one we were talking about last week with the ships, where you could see ships inside of it or something with pyramids.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, with the 7 pyramids and
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were talking last week, right? That could possibly be this antiquitech, this ancient technology that we don't know about today, but that they had readily available, especially the kings and rulers. I think we were talking last week, trying to imagine what this monument looked like. Is that what you mean, Brick?
Because it says
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
15.
yeah, and they had brought it up again. They
Yeah.
had brought it up again today. It's this reading, so I didn't know if you had maybe had on a whim went and looked it up, being that you're a major studier. You're like, oh yeah, what is that? And looked it up.
Oh,
But
I wish I could say I had. I haven't been doing much studying this week besides health issues. But yeah, no, that really did intrigue me last week though. I was just trying to imagine like some type of hologram looking monument with some type of tech that you'd be able to see these ships within it or something from the sea or the pyramids were some type of ancient technologies like we saw in Egypt, with and in Luxor, the pyramids, where they definitely had to do with something powering the whole city. So I mean that was my take on it before. You guys probably have like the links that you put up there, Brick, or that you sent me, those were really good too as far as the ancient technology is concerned.
oh, the
And
Antiquitech, yeah, and
yeah,
they were talking about a shield that was 1,000 ton or was 1,000 pounds of gold, and that kind of came into my head too. Is that whole electrified Antiquitech that it's kind of tripping me out lately because it's been falling into my Curie,
oh
because
yeah,
I'm just constantly hunting information.
yeah. No, it's definitely an intriguing description they give us here in Maccabees about that monument. And I definitely will look into it more. I'm so sorry. I just didn't do too much this week besides natural healing kind of thing and a lot of prayer. So, but yeah, I'll definitely look that up for next week now that things are a little bit more calm than usual.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're helping people.
Yeah,
That's the most important thing, is to keep everybody on their feet.
yeah, we just saw the need and we were just like, oh my gosh. And then when I had the dream, I don't know if I told you guys, I had a dream that I never met Ginger in person. I've talked story with her in the chat and on her she had a website before, and we were supporting her ministry, and then to just hear all this happen to her, Noble and I prayed about it, and I had a dream that she was here, and I was like, what does that mean? Okay. So then we talked to her and she said she had a dream about us as well. So, and she's never met us in person either until a little bit less than a week ago. So yeah, it's you really, the Most High moves in miraculous ways and to bring us together with like-minded believers, and it's a miracle that we're even able to still talk here on this platform given
Yeah.
the information we're sharing. So I'm really just grateful that even though I haven't met you guys in person, I would feel like a definite connection with you all, and I know Noble feels the same, even though he's downstairs setting up setting up tables to feed 12 people.
Yeah.
Good
But
Lord.
Yeah, the dream
yeah,
things are cool, isn't it? It's just super cool.
yeah,
So,
very, very.
it's like deja vu.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, wow, I really think she's supposed to be here. And then Noble and I prayed about it. He had the same feeling like, yeah, we need to make sure that she's taken care of and she doesn't have any resources right now. So we just thank the Garcia family for intervening there so that she was able to fly here as soon as possible. And she's able to talk now, because when she first arrived, she was just talking in a whisper because of all of the whatever they were giving her in the hospital, and now she's been taking a DMSO for the past 5 days, 3 times a day, and that's really helped the inside. I think it's really helped the inside of her throat to heal. I mean, last night we were talking, and she was talking super loud, and she said, "I'm just so happy I can make a noise." I want to give all glory to the Most High now. Just my voice, I just feel like I can actually have something come out of it again.
Praise Father.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And on that
Let's-
note, Clark,
Yes,
would
ma'am.
you be able to pray us out?
Sure, I can pray us out. Yeah. Father, we are again just grateful to be together. We're grateful for everyone in the chat and everyone who will join from this time forward. And we just acknowledge you as the one who is the creator of all the ages, that you sit upon the circle of the earth, and that everything belongs to you, our life, our breath, finances, the roofs over our heads, even, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I'm.
Okay. Even the flesh on our bones. And Father, we're just joined together. We lift up Ginger and everyone else like her, Father, that's in need. We just pray that your protection and salvation and provision and presence would comfort and cover them, and ask that you would be with us, strengthen us, give us vision and courage as we go forward to walk the right hand path, the path of light and peace and unity and love to your glory and your kingdom. In Yahushua's mighty name. Amen.
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 I just want to thank you all. Today is my birthday, and it's been glorious, and this is all I've looked forward to all day.
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
brother.
birthday, Rick.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that is,
Happy new birthday, more importantly.
yeah,
That's
there,
right.
Happy morning.
that's
That's more
right.
important. But it's all good.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So, but thank you for bringing me this.
Many truth seekers are constantly studying alone. But there is a place where we can come together. The Digital Readers Club is our online ecclesia meant for those who've forsaken churchianity but still want the closeness of a family to study with. Join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to put together the puzzle pieces of truth scattered throughout the ancient scriptures.